Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I am Adam, and today we are taking a look at the Jordan 6 in the infrared colorway. Now, if you have not been to my channel before, what we talk about here is shoes and what they remind me of in scripture. But this is actually the first Jordan back into my collection, and we are going to look at a few of the details of the shoe and then talk about the scripture afterward. This upper is a little bit of a nubuck finish to it, and these infrared accents really pop out in contrast with the dark colored upper. The icy bottoms are another one of my favorite parts of this shoe. Another detail that I'm sure many sneakerheads can really appreciate is the Nike Air that is on the back heel. Now, I don't remember the last time that these came out. It's been a long time. Other channels can probably tell you those exact dates, but when you think of Air Jordan, people consider him to be the greatest of all time in basketball. Now, that is a debate that's for another video. But when I think of these shoes, they actually first released in the All-Star game of 1991 when Jordan wore them during that game. The reason that these are special to me is because that was actually the year that I was born, and these now being the first Jordan back into my collection. So if you kind of make the connection between Jordan being the greatest basketball player of all time, we actually think of God, who is the actual GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. He lived the greatest life ever lived, and that is what makes me think of these shoes when we talk about the scripture today. You can think about Christianity actually when you think about Jordans. The reason that I think I got away from buying Jordans was because it was overwhelming. Every week it seemed like I needed to catch up and I was behind, so I gave up on it. Partially because they were uncomfortable. I felt this isn't really worth it for me. We can think of Christianity in the same way. Christianity does not mean you live a perfect life. It means almost the opposite. You are living a life for the Lord, and that means that you are going to face trials along the way, but we shouldn't be discouraged by that. We should find glory for His name in those difficult times. It is easy to fall out of the faith as we're distracted by the many things in this world that are vying for our attention. The even better news on that is even when we give up, He does not give up on us.
I get into trouble and I stumble and I fall, He's there.
I think of Psalm 73:23 specifically, "Yet I am always with you, you hold me by my right hand." Going on to say that my flesh and my heart might fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Forever.
Forever. Forever.
When we think back to the shoe originally releasing in 1991, which was the year that I was born, that makes me think of the verse Philippians 1 verse 6. "For he who began a good work in us, he will carry it to completion until the day of Jesus Christ." That is, when Christ comes again. I was saved long before I was born, but the day that I believed is the day that He began His good work in me. That is the beautiful part about this message, is every believer had to hear it for the first time. There was a first time that I heard this message. Me telling you this message might be the first time that you're hearing it, and if that's true, I hope that this is the beginning of God's good work in you, so that every time you think of the Jordan 6 in the infrared colorway, that reminds you of this message. So feel free to give this a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below. I'll leave all links in the description for my other videos. Feel free to check those out. Thank you again. I really do appreciate it. Go and bear fruit, spread the message with others, and I will see you in the next one.